you start getting these particular white people now talking about their Native Americans and all. But if you go see any pictures of Native Americans starting around the turn of the century, they look like this brother here color. So that's very key that you understand that. But go get the white buffalo again, because you understand the prophecy of the white buffalo is also a spiritual prophecy that was also supposed to happen too. Also, we want to deal with one other thing too. Now at this particular time, what we need to start dealing with now is we got to start dealing from the heart chakra. Because the energy of Olokun, which is an energy that is now, Olokun is an energy, but also an Orisha that is supposed to be chained up under the sea. But it's a particular energy that would be released in the last days, and the energy would be dealing with undercurrent thoughts. So therefore it means also that you can't cloak anymore. If you're not real, it will show. You can't cloak or you can't doggone hide ulterior motives and undercurrent thoughts. Because the energy now won't allow that. And basically your own spirit now will tell on yourself, because your spirit is actually the Olokun energy that is chained up. That is now in fact released. Very key that you understand that. The point I want to get into now, we're going into a whole nother rhythm this particular time. We're going into the science of the mind and what we actually need to be doing by another type of thought process. And that is this. That is this. Now, like I said, with this book, Philip Cooper, when you buy this book, The Magician, you're going to thank me. The ones who want books that go through the no-nonsense. You see, they go through the no-nonsense and get straight to the actual point. But the point I want to deal with right now is I want to deal with sacred dance. If you ever see melanin, melanin is also called chaos. Chaos. And melanin looks like some stuff that looks like this. It's chaos. It's chaos. Which means that this particular energy cannot be put in a box. And when you try to put this in a box, as far as trying to put it or name it or put it in one type of system, you kill the energy. And what I mean by that is, our energy does not deal with one type of structure, fundamentalistic way of thinking or fundamentalistic way of looking at your higher self through religion. The moment you try to bottle the melanin or try to put it in one type of category, you lose the whole meaning of it, for the simple fact it is that which cannot be named, and it is multidimensional. So what that means is we get into doggone debates on whether we Moorish, whether we Camite, whether we Islam, whether we Christian, whether we this, whether we that. That's because we were all that at one time. The key is because you were all that at one time, and you were something way more than that at this particular time. Because you were all that at one time, you must understand that to put it as a variation as 1 degree, I'm just a Moor, or I'm just Islam, means that you break it down and you don't understand the concept that you are even greater than all of that which came before. Now the key is that what we're dealing with here is this. When we're talking about understanding chaos, how can you put a name on this? It is that cannot be named. So therefore, the white boy understands that you get into the cultural argument on the different variations of what you want to call yourself and what you want to be as, and what you want to worship. I only want to study this one discipline. Well, the white boy realized, he said, hell, I ain't coming from none of that. And ain't nothing on the doggone earth I invented. So therefore, I got to jump on all the people in the cultural baggages that separating themselves, arguing over who was first and what was this, and was it this group of black people, was it this group of black people, when you were unnameable, and you got 1,000 different names of when you occupied the earth. So by him understanding, by him being an outsider, he studies it all. And that's how the melanin works. Soon as you just say, well, I just only study Egyptian. What the fuck is that? You automatically kill it. I just only study the Moorish thing. I just only study the Islamic thing. You automatically kill, which is melanin. So what it is melanin is a multidimensional type of energy. So therefore, the ancients knew that they would show you multidimensional types of deities for you to understand that it's not just this one deity. And what I mean by that is, the melanin is one. But just as it is one, it is not just one concept. It has different attributes. So therefore, to understand a multi-deity panel, what you call a pantheon, or you call polytheistic, is the great way the melanin works. To understand the different mythological stories is the way the melanin works. To shut it down and to start worshiping and to start saying, hey, it's all about being humble and being submissive in these particular, what you call organized religions. If you shut it down like that, you don't learn anything and you become stagnant. So therefore, these work better, the melanin works better on a multi-deity principle. You get what I'm talking about? Which means that you got to put all of it together and you got to study it all. Case in point, one of the keys which makes melanin function even better is dance. Now what the European has done recently is he has come in and he has studied that every time you used to dance and get down, some of them would get sick. Yes. On the other hand, you used to heal yourself by dancing and getting down, and this was a system that you used to have. Okay, now. So basically what he has done now is he has modified the music to even your rap music now has a slow tempo. You can't really dance to it. So you can't really release the energy. It's laid back. So you only got two kinds of music. Dance music and slow music. And the slow music is one of the really bad slow music. It's not the slow music of the 70s. With different range of orchestration. It's just a boom, tick, boom, tick. Which there is no music at all to catch on to. And it has a synthesized dry sound to it. As well as the rap not being music at all because it's a bunch of just cut up old albums from the 70s. Which destroys melanin. In the concept that you think that the shit is the voice of the ghetto, they have changed that in the last 2-3 years. The only reason why you don't think so is because you're used to the shit. And you just get used to hearing something, that's all you got. But anyway, you used to dance, and the dancing would get in touch with the multi-deities or the multi-systems of the brain. Now let me explain something to you here. You can understand this particular information. Dance is the most direct form of expression. For many native people, it is the direct access to the gods, or in this case, the deity. Because it's like the sister said that the word God it's a German deity with blue eyes and blonde hair. So we will say Netta, Neteru, Nephilim, deities. There's several names, you see what I'm saying, or what we would actually call them. Even the Titans. The Australian aborigines, for example, enter into dream time through dance. This is the time in which the deities have lived and still live. So you have a higher self, for the lack of a better word, that are the gods that they're actually talking about, or the deities that they're actually talking about. And they used to live, which means you used to live on a higher plane. To get back to that higher plane, you have to go back into dream time because dreaming is reality.